Yo, hey man, say man, how's your day, man? It's Favorite Trade GDO coming out with another video. Man, we about to go ahead and get off into these charts. I ain't about to waste y'all time because I don't want you wasting mine. Y'all want to learn how to trade? I'm about to teach y'all how to get paid. Oh, you feel me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. How y'all doing, man? How was y'all weekend? Hope y'all had a good, safe, blessed, lit weekend. You feel me? Let's go ahead and get off to these charts, man. Let's take it all the way back though. We gonna be real easy, quick with it. We're not gonna take too much of your time. I ain't gonna waste too much of your time because I know I don't want y'all wasting mine. You hear me? So let's look at everything we got. And when I refer to everything we got, I'm talking about the relevant internals. And if I'm stuttering, I'm in a trade right now. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all. Let's look at the relevant internals, okay? So we're on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we have a 4-hour internal right here. What is the internal? Fair value gap, inverted fair value gap. Right here is a gap, a fair value gap. So what is a fair value gap? 3 candle pattern with an opening between the first and the third. 1, 2, 3. Opening between the third and the first. 1, 2, 3. Opening between the first and the third. Okay. So if we come way over here, you also have the same thing. Inverted fair value gap. Inverted fair value gap, inverted fair value gap. Okay. Now when we go to other time frames, yes, I have everything color coordinated. Everything on my screen is color coordinated. So turquoise for red, hour, white, daily, so on and so forth. You feel me? All right. As you can see, I marked out before, like earlier this morning, I had the external low and the external high for the hour marked out. Okay. I had an hour internal right here. And then also as we started making our way up, we had an hour internal right here. And that's the thing. You're going to have to be able to see these things. And it takes time to develop an eye for it. And that's fine. But it's imperative for you to gain that skill within this skill, right? Because sometimes you may, again, the way you snipe trades is you find your high time frame that you're working off of. But sometimes those internals may be very big, they may be large. So you have to find a smaller high time frame internal within that to show you most likely where price is gonna flip, okay? And it works out for me well. It's been working out for me for years, and that's what we do. Again, when we come to the market, we're looking for the internals that most likely will be interacted with that day or could possibly be interacted with that day. So for us, we have the 4-hour inversions and fair value gaps, and then we have the hours, okay? So let's go to about 7 o'clock this morning. I was up, man. You know how it is, man. I'm a family man. Well, I be thinking how to get these M's for my babies, man. Right here, as you can see, let's go to, this is the external high, external low for the hour. Let's look at what I was seeing, right? So we all know the algorithm of the charts. There is an algorithm. If somebody tell you there's not, they're just simply not informed. I don't know. I don't know what to say really. All right. So as you can see, my first, not an entry, but a drawing, because I don't enter until after 9:30, right? We have rules for a reason. Even though sometimes they suck, right? So the reason for this is because we came up, right? We made a, at one point, this was the external high for the hour. We got solidified right here. This candle broke it, I believe. Yeah, this candle, the 2 o'clock candle broke it, and then we continue up with a buy leg. So this buy leg was created because of this sell candle, which makes him the external low, the lower high, right? This is the higher high on the 1 hour time frame. In regards to breaker structures, this is where you will put your external high, okay? This is where you'll put your external low. We created a hour internal with that buy leg, right? So what's the algorithm? Internal, external, internal, internal. Every time frame has 2 objectives. When one objective is satisfied, it's on to the next. Okay. So once we see price come into this hour internal, being that I'm looking on our time frame, I'm then going down to a lower time frame to catch that reaction, right? Contact, reaction, execution, right? So contact with the hour internal, reaction being the breaker structure, and execution being us entering our trade. So I don't even remember what I was looking on. Let's see. Was it the 1 minute time frame? So as you can see, right, there's the 4-hour internal, the small inversion, small 4-hour fair value gap, and then this hour fair value gap. Once we came in contact with this hour fair value gap, as you can see, we had a lower low, a lower high, lower low, right? We had a short-term high, right? We broke this lower high at 6:39. So I marked this up, went to bed, and then I was targeting the old external high for the hour time frame, right? And what did it do? It smashed it, right? Because that's what the price is doing. It's going from internal to external, internal to internal. In this case for us, once we touched the internal, we knew that we would be going to the external, okay? So we crossed the external, right? We came up, made this new external way up here, and we also had an inverted fair value gap, which is also an internal, okay? So how we played that was more so around the time that we trade. So we were able to take advantage of that. And to be honest, I think I'm saying that wrong, because what actually happened today is I just simply followed the exceeded edge model. So we all should know the exceeded edge model by now. I think I do. I don't know why this isn't up. Let me see. It was pretty ugly, if I'm being honest. Like pretty ugly. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we had an external high, external low. We broke the external low at 226, 926, 28, 30. We broke to the upside, right? Now, being that we were already in this 4-hour internal, we know the exceeded edge model by now. Break after 9:30, first contact with the high time frame internal. When that break happens, you need to ask yourself, where is the nearest high time frame internal? If it's far, you catch price action 2. If it's close, you allow price action to make contact, then catch the reaction out of it, which we just mentioned is a break of structure, okay? Then you execute entering your trade. So there's caveats to it, because we're already in the 4-hour. So this isn't the first time. It's like, this isn't really nothing. We're already interacting with the 4-hour internal. But we do have an hour inversion, I'm not mistaken. We do have an hour inversion. Let's see what that is. Yeah, we do have an hour inversion. So when looking at it, I'm looking to see if we get a reaction out of this hour inversion, all right? But the caveat to the model is, if we do not, appreciate it, bro. If we do not get a reaction out of this model, which is a break of structure to the downside, again, the break of structure would have been, I don't know how many points. Like, once we created this solidifier and this actually became the external high for the 2-minute, the break of structure was 60, 65 points away. What I'm looking for is a second break. If I get a second break to the upside, that's letting me know that price wants to continue in that direction. And then when we look at the totality of things with the algorithm, internal to external or internal to internal, this is an internal to internal. And how could that be so? Well, every time frame, again, has two objectives, internal and external, okay? It's never going to be external to external. It's either going to be internal to internal or internal to external, okay? So our second break happened right here. And that's up to the upside in an hour, in a 4-hour. So the only draw liquidity that I could think that price would be wanting to go towards is this hour internal. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, there's no 4-hour internal up here. I mean, I guess you could use this as an inversion, but it's a little sloppy. So I don't know if I would really like to use that as an inversion. But at the time, because I didn't have that drawn up during the session, at the time, the only draw liquidity that I seen was not only the new hour external, but the hour internal that's up here. And I think that's after, to be honest. All right. So that was about 61 points. I risked 25. It gave me, I think I got out with like 50 or 51, 52. Like I got out with like 52 or something. Bless you, baby. I got out with like 52, okay? And then once I seen that we started kind of going sideways, I was like, well, it's starting to get exhausted. So now it's time to look for a break of structure. Now, we didn't make contact with the 1-hour internal, but we came close enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 6 points away. Like, that's decent, right? So if we're looking at price action, right? And I'm pretty sure I entered this on the 1 minute, because this took a minute. It was really pissing me off, if I'm being honest. All right, so let's follow it. Let's follow price action so we can look at our our higher highs, our higher lows, because we're going in the uptrend. So we're making higher highs and higher lows. So we have this external high right here. We have this external low, right? This wick is broken by this candle. This sell candle is responsible for this buy leg breaking the old higher high, making a new higher high, okay? So this is the external high now. This is the external low now, this guy right here. Well, who breaks him? And it's not the body, it's the wick that we're wanting to see displacement above or below when referring to breaker structures, okay? So what broke this right here? It was this guy. So what does that mean? Makes this guy the external low, makes this guy the external high. Now, you did have a break of structure to the downside, but being that we're sandwiched between 2 hour internals, we came close to the hour internal and then turned around, right? So we never displaced below this guy. We had a wick, but we never displaced below this guy. So this external high, this is the external low. Well, who breaks this external high? It's this candle. Now, who's responsible for this little sell? This buy leg breaking that high? It's this guy, okay? He was the last opposite candle before the leg broke the new high, making this a higher high, making this a higher low, all right? So if we're marking it out on our chart at the time, because this is when I was paying attention, I'd be in here with my baby, you know how those babies are. Love my boy. This is what it's looking like. So I'm waiting for a candle to displace below this guy if I'm going to be looking for a sell. All right. That's what I'm looking for. So once I seen that it was starting to be exhausted and it really didn't want to give me no more juice, I got out with my little 51 points, 52 points. I think it was 52 for real. Because I was trading to fund it today. I'm not touching my live this week. Last week was just pissing me off. So I got my little 52 points, and at 10:29, we got a breaker structure. It was a very weak breaker structure, and usually I wouldn't enter in on these because how weak it was. But a breaker structure is a breaker structure. You know what I'm saying? Can't really do anything about that. So I entered in, put my stop loss at the high, at the old high, and I waited. Now, it gave me a lot of pushback, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was trading at $20 a point, so it was pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pissing me off. I was trading at $20 a point, so it was pissing me off, all right? But patience, I'm in the trade, so it doesn't matter now. Once you're in the trade, the worst thing you could do, appreciate it, the worst thing you can do is move your parameters around, okay? So I entered in my trade. And what did I do to figure out where I want? Because this gave me 71 points. I had my take profit at 116, but once I got to 71 points, I'm like, yep, you know what? That's enough for me. But how did I determine where I wanted to target for my sales? Well, remember, when entering in buys, you need to be looking to the left to see what parts of the mountain or the peaks of the mountain you're going up. And because this is a small time frame, it'll be kind of hard. And vice versa for sales. Sales are like jumping off a cliff. So you're looking at the lows. When breaking this structure right here, I know we have a low right here. Let me mark it out on the 1 minute time frame. I know we have a low right there. We have a low right here. We have a low right here. And we have a low right here and a low right here. Okay. That just kind of stuck out more to me. So automatically after entering in, I just put my stop loss right here, which was about 116 points. Now, as you can see, we reached the 116 point take profit. Did I get all of that? No. I got me 71 points and I bounced. You feel me? So all in all, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's over 120 points that... Hey, boy, you all right? That's over 120 points that I gained today. You know, it's Monday. I think tomorrow's this Veterans Day, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's a holiday tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much how the morning went just how the morning went. Very easy, I think I could say. I don't know if I would like to call it easy because this stressed me out. This took forever. It was slow, but it did what it was supposed to do. Okay. Again, my first trade, the first markup of today was based off the hour internal and external because that's the algorithm. As you can see, when we just look at the hour time frame, it kind of speaks for itself. You have the external low. You have the external high. You have price around the 600 time, 700 time, make contact with the hour internal. But after it satisfied the internal objective, what did it do? It went on to the external objective. And remember, guys, each time frame has two objectives, internal and external. Once one is satisfied, it moves on to the next. It would never go from external to external, meaning it would never go from high to low, okay, because there will always be internals in the way. But it can go from internal to internal, or internal to external, or external to internal, okay? Never external to external. Never. All right. But hey, man, say, man, I know you're having a great day, man. Favorite Trader G to come out with another video. If you guys want to learn how to trade like this, man, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. Visit neverquitexceed.com. Become a profit time. Join the Discord with like-minded people who's going to hold you accountable and push you to your best. I know you guys are having a great day, man. Yes, sir.